Hey guys, so how's everybody doing today? So what's up? I just got out of the shower and Roberta sent me a message, and there's this young lady I want you guys to go check out. Her name is Brittany Wilson, and she has a channel here on YouTube. It's Brittany with one T, Britany Wilson, Wilson, and she is in recovery like we are, and she needs our support. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. She's so cute, dude. Her accent, oh my gosh, I wish I had an accent like that. You know, I feel like British accents and Australian accents and all that stuff, it makes you sound so much smarter. But then you got good old Nicole coming on here, you know. And I feel like my accent just makes me like sound so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, because it's a southern accent. Anyway, we're not going to start the day with talking bad about ourselves. So go check out her channel if you haven't already, or if you know, feel the need to get support. She needs support, and then, you know, we all try to give each other a hand in this recovery thing. So, yeah, I just got out of the shower, and on Tuesdays I usually don't go into work. I stay home because it's like the day that I've always had off. It's like my Friday. So Neil took Nate to school this morning, and now I'm getting ready because I'm going to go pick him up in here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I need to go get like stocking stuffers for him. And I also need to, oh, mercy, like really get my schedule like nailed down for next week, so I make sure I visit all my stores. When times like this come up, like big holidays like Christmas, it gets kind of confusing at my job because I have to like start adding on extra visits, and like it can get kind of overwhelming because like I have to make sure that I have enough time in each day, because sometimes when I get to stores, like I won't expect them to be as tore up as they are, and then I'll get there and they're like tore up from the floor up. You know what I mean? Like people have been shopping them. So what my goal this week is going to be at my stores is to get all the wrapping paper that I have, all the bags, and clip strip them up so they can be all over the store. Because my boss wants us to sell out of all of our Christmas bags. And I mean, I totally understand that, because I don't want to have to mark them down the day after Christmas. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be starting ahead of time on getting all my wrap out and putting it out like the next couple days. I'm going to get every freaking piece of wrapping paper out. That's my goal. And so that's it. I'm going to do that. Oh, I think I'm going to let my hair like air dry today, because when it air dries, it kind of gets like wavy or whatever. So it looks kind of neat. So also, I've been looking at pictures. Me and Neil woke up this morning and we were looking at pictures of like me when I was like a year ago, you guys, a year ago. And then a year before that, 2 years ago, I was literally 30 pounds skinnier. So I've been watching Miss Fucking Wonderful's channel, and she got that our Ruin Y gastric sleeve thing, I think it's called. And she's already lost like 40 fucking pounds. And I'm like, what? Like, oh my gosh. But then I also watched Petty Paige's video last night, and she had that surgery and her hair fell out. All of it. Or it fell out halfway and she shaved the rest of it. So that really, that scares me. It's like, what? Girl, why's your hair falling out? So is that because there's like not enough nutrients going into your stomach? I mean, I don't understand. So those surgeries are hella fucking dangerous, I'm supposing, if they can make you not be able to get enough nutrients, you know? It's scary. Oh, let me put this on Twitter so that way Tabitha will know. I'm fixing to hold on, you guys. Don't go. Don't go nowhere. Let me share this. Sorry about that. Hey, Neil? Hey, babe? Are you going to go get yourself for your stomach? So that way, don't you have to go up to the place at 1? Are you going to wait until you go there to do it, or are you going to go ahead and get it now so that way you can get it out of you? Do you know what I mean? I'm going to take it after I go. I don't want to feel it. Okay. So, this is what I think we're going to do today. Today, I'm going to put on, like, this BB cream. It's, like, super lightweight. Not a lot of coverage, but it, like, makes my skin, like, more balanced, more even tone. Get my little beauty blender. We'll just put it on with our hands. So let's do that. But yeah, I think it's really important for us all to find support, you know, and it's like we were talking about last night. It doesn't matter where you find your support, you guys. It just needs to be support where people understand the disease of addiction. Because if we find support, like, okay, for instance, say we find support in one of our main enablers, like maybe our parents or our girlfriends or our boyfriends, and they are used to enabling our addiction, then what kind of support is that really? You know, that's not really any support. That's just enabling. And we also need people that are willing to learn about the disease of addiction, go the extra mile, go to Al-Anon, learn about how not to enable us, learn how to, you know, call us out on our shit. There we go. Because a lot of the times, the people that we want to be our support, they're people that enabled us, you know. And it's not their fault, you know, because we're the ones who were in our addiction. It just, we have to take, like, we have to be proactive, you guys, and learn about our addiction, and other people have to learn about it too, because we are cunning. Us drug addicts, we will trick you and get you to do all kinds of stuff that you didn't think you would ever be doing for us. And so that's why I think it's really important to just, like, reach out and get support wherever you can find it, but also make sure that the support you're getting, like, you can have support from your family, you can have support from your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband, but you also need to get a support that is educated and knows about the disease of addiction. So that way you cannot manipulate that support. And I'm sure you're thinking right now, well, I don't manipulate. Now, come on. That's another part of it. We have to get honest, you know, and, like, look at ourselves and realize, you know what? Yeah, we do manipulate, you know. Yeah, we do take advantage of people that care about us because we want what we want when we want it. There's nothing to be ashamed of, you know. That's part of the disease of addiction. I'm just contouring my face right now. Hey, Sam. Cool girl. What are you doing? Yeah, You know how YouTube is. It either like notifies you or it doesn't ever notify you again. It's so weird. You know? I've given up on that whole thing. Hold on, let me grab my hair tie. Okay. There we go. Sam, I was talking to everybody about, or there's nobody here, but I was telling the phone about, and I figured you guys would watch it back later. This girl that Roberta sent me a link to her channel, and her name is Brittany Wilson. So whenever you guys get a chance, go check her out because she needs our support. You know what I love about the recovery community? I love that we are all just like so excited to help each other. You know, like, let's go support so-and-so. Let's go do that. You know, it's like, I almost feel like we're like a squad of cheerleaders. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Ooh, T-Spill just uploaded a video. Do you know who T-Spill is? Do you watch those drama channels? I love them. I do. I watch the drama. I can't help it. I'm addicted to the drama. The drama. Or as Rich Lex would say, what does Rich Lex say? He tells him and Luscious Massacre, they're like, they get their fans and they start popping them. God, they make me laugh so hard. I love them. Like, seriously, Rich Lux, he is freaking built, he is like a whole character of a channel. Like, he's a genius. I love his channel. Oh my God, Sam. You have got to start watching Rich Lux, Richlux. I promise you will thank me later. It's not recovery related, but he will just have you rolling all day long. He will have you laughing your ass off. Him and his drag queen best friend, Luscious Massacre, they're great. I stayed home from work today because I usually do on Tuesdays, just so everybody knows. So, what's been going on, Sam? Are you doing okay with your recovery? Have you gotten past drinking yet? Girl, tell me what's going on. I know how hard it is. I'm telling you, I spent 10 years doing that shit. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Hey, Christy. What's up, girl? I'm just getting ready for the day. Kind of having a late start to the day. You okay, babe? Okay, getting ready to hop in the shower. Oh, yeah, I did that. I was like, I got to get ready for the day. Some days, like, it's so hard for me to get, like, motivated, you guys. I don't know why. And it just is. This morning was really difficult. I don't know if it was because the air was colder last night or what, but I was not trying to get out of bed. You know, and Neil has to start going back to work this next week, so shit's fixing to get real. Whenever we're like all trying to scatter around and get ready, it's like hard. No, let Sam, stop being nervous, girl, and just do it. Don't you want to save your life? And you got a PO? Sam, I didn't even know this. You're going to end your ass up in jail, girl, if you don't fucking get right. And you know that when I talk to you like this, like I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to make you realize. It's almost like I feel like I need to like shake the shit out of you. You're playing the same thing I did when I was on probation. Girl, you got to end up in prison just like I did. If you go ahead, keep on doing it. You're going to end up in prison just like I did. I thought I was smarter than the system. But you know what happened? The system fucked me. They got me. They got me. Locked up for a whole year of my life. Do you know how fucking awful that shit was? Oh, terrible. Sorry, my nose is all fucked up. I'm not trying to be an asshole. You know that. I know you guys know that. I'm trying to explain to you that, like, if I can tell you about my experience, maybe you don't have to go through what you're going through right now. And I'm telling you, like, I went back and forth on the song and dance with my parole officer or probation officer for a year. She gave me a year to keep fucking around. And then after that year passed, she said, you going, girl. I gave you a whole calendar year to get sober. And you couldn't do it. So, I mean, they'll give you a chance. She's going to give you a chance to hang yourself. That's what the probation officers do. They give you a chance to either, like, do really good, or they'll give you a chance to hang yourself. Listen to me. Let me tell you about all the girls that I met when I was locked up. Okay, and when I say prison, I mean ADC. Like, some guy commented the other day on my YouTube channel, and he was like, RPF is just a boot camp style prison. And I'm like, dude, it is still prison. It's the same thing. Like, you're locked up away from your family. You cannot pass go. You cannot collect $200. You cannot leave. Like, it is prison. You are in barracks and you are on lockdown. Like, we had this one time, is it really? We had this one time in prison, okay? It's called, God, what did they call it when we were there? Okay, well, what would happen is they would put us all on this, like, cleaning duty, but it was a punishment. So what it would be like a 24-hour. We had to do this for a week where we didn't get to sleep. Well, was it a week? No, it was 3 days. 3 days. 3 days, all day long, no sleep. All day long, no sleep. Where we had to scrub the walls in each unit as a punishment. It's called tight house. And what they would do was say the prison was going to have, like, the warden come, or like somebody from the uppers come down to visit. They would say we were all in trouble and that we had been, like, being disobedient or whatever, and they would put us on tight house. And what we would have to do is clean the whole compound with toothbrushes. 24 hours around the clock without stopping. And you were literally watched by the guards. Like, you couldn't stop. If you stopped, you went to the hole. Do you know what the hole is, ladies? The hole is where they take all your clothes from you. They put you in this, like, turtle suit. And it's basically a suicide person suit. And you cannot, you stay in the hole. And it's fucking cold as fuck. You don't get any blankets. And you just have to stay in there. And wish you were out in the regular population fucking scrubbing walls with a toothbrush. Dude, y'all don't understand. Like, people try to act like in prison, they can do whatever the fuck they want to you. They can make you scrub the walls for 75 hours if they want to. And if you get crunk, then they'll take your ass to the hole. Yeah, so I don't know what people. That's not real prison. Ugh, I don't know what's real prison like then. Oh, I know. Real prison, you have to go out on the yard and like hoe the ground with hose. Well, we had that too. It was called CWC, and you had to go outside, cut the lawn, all kinds of fucking damn work on the compound, only outside in the fucking heat. Like, I know, I was locked up, okay, I know. And then the men's ADC prison was right behind our prison. So, it's all the same guards work for this, they all work all over the compound. And so they would have you, like I said, scrub the wall with a toothbrush for fucking 24 hours straight. The only breaks we would get is like to go to eat. That's it. That is it. And that's called tight house. And it's almost like they would do it right when like something was happening, like maybe somebody was coming to visit and they wanted the place to look really good. So they would, instead of using their manpower, they would use all of us to make shit look good around the place. So, prison ain't no joke, dude. It don't matter what kind of prison you go to, whether it's, you know, a boot camp prison or a regular ADC prison. It's all freaking sucks. Well, the thing about the hole is I had to go there at the very beginning because when you first get, when you first get there, they put you in the hole because they don't want to put you in regular population because you could have tuberculosis or some kind of disease that can pass to the other inmates. So every inmate has to go to the hole for 3 days when they first get there. So that's where I met my friend Nikki. There was 2 of us in the hole, like two to a cell in the hole. And she was in there with me because she got there on the same day I got. And that's how I learned about all her charges. And that's kind of like where I learned about like what it was like to be there because she had been before. So she's kind of giving me the rundown, you know. She was so nice. She was just a tweaker, you know what I mean? Like, she had gotten in trouble. She drove her car into a church by accident while she was high on meth. And, like, through the wall of the church. In this little ass town called Clinton, Arkansas. So they took her ass and prosecuted her to the fullest. Oh, gosh. But I met so many crazy girls there, you guys. Like, I could tell you stories for days. You know what? I need to think of some stories to upload because Classy Bitch isn't, she's been, like, not coming to the channel because my story times, she's walking out on me because I'm not telling story times anymore. It's just, they're so bad, you guys. Like, I get worried, like... Sometimes these story times can get so, like, fucking, like, crazy that I'm like, girl, you don't need to be talking about that. You know?
I'll be back.
What time is it?
About 12:35, 12:40.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure because I gotta get Nate. Are you getting Nate or am I getting Nate?
If I get out of there in time, I mean, really, there's not much for them to do except for fill out a sheet or 2 and it should be done.
Okay, well, let me know. Text me and let me know. I'll be ready. Our little boom chain gets out of school early. He gets out of school at 2. So, because he's only 4, you know, they don't want him going the whole day, I guess. So, me and Neil take turns, since he's been off work, picking the kid up. Oh, I don't know where everybody's at, girl. But, so here's some more prison stories, okay? So, we can get you prepared for where you're going to go. Okay? Okay, Sam, here we go. So, when I got there, we all had to go to the hole for 3 days. But let me tell you guys about the story about when I first got to prison, okay? So, this is how I knew, and I'll tell you the story, Sam, since you're here. This is how I knew that it was fucking shit was getting real. We're just doing a light little natural look today. Okay, this is how I knew shit was getting real. So I get to the jail. So I get to the prison. Oh, mercy. So I get to the prison, right? And, did I put my bronzer on? I can't remember. Oh, well. We get to the prison, right? And, like, when you get there, it's, like, weird. They have you in this, like, house, right? Like, a regular-looking house. But it's, like, an office building. And they're checking us in. My number was 775. What was it? 775. Yeah, something like that. And so I would go in and I would have to tell them. They'd say, "What's your ADC number?" And I was 775439. Okay. Give them my ADC number. And sorry, y'all. I'm just grabbing some stuff that I need for over here while I sit down. And you give them your ADC number. That's where they pull up all your information. Your ADC number is attached to, like, who you are as a person when you go to prison. So, gosh, I have to take my medicine. It's literally noon, and I haven't even taken my medicine yet this morning. So, I can't tell that I haven't taken it, but I'm sweating a lot. So, I get there, and I give the lady my ADC number, and they're not, like, mean, but they're not trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not trying to be your best friend. You're a prisoner, and they're the guards. They get paid to make sure you act right, you know? So I tell them my ADC number, and then they make a strip. Hey, Faith. We're just talking about I went to prison because of my addiction, and I was telling Sam about it because Sam might be going to prison soon. Sam, I'm just playing. So when we get there to prison, okay, I give them my ADC number, and they're like, okay, strip, okay? They take us in the bathroom. Oh, it sucks, you guys. Me and two big old giant girls. Hey, is that Anna? Hey, Anna. Me and two big old giant girls. They take us, and listen, I'm a thick soul sister. I'm not talking shit about big old giant girls. I'm just trying to give y'all a picture. Okay? So, at the time when I got arrested, I was like $120, okay? Because I had been tweaking, shooting dope, all kinds of shit, right? And I am taking my medicine, so please don't be alarmed. So, I have to spit out the residual shit because it gets me constipated if I don't. So, they're loading me and two girls up in the shower. Now, one of those girls I became such good friends with, and her name was Christy. Miss Georgia Peach is what she would call herself. And she had like a tattoo of a Georgia Peach on her arm. Christy, Miss Georgia Peach. We used to have so much fun. So we get in the shower because they're about to delouse us, right? And I'm like so little, you guys. Like I am like Skeletor. And these two big old black girls are right beside me, and they make us all get naked. Oh, it's so embarrassing. I had already had a little bit of experience with strip searches in county and with getting deloused in county, but it wasn't like it was in the big prison. So they're like taking us, and they get this like powder stuff and put it all over us, and then they get the shower heads and just spray us. It was so weird. And you know me, I'm like, ah! I'm trying to be, like, cool, like, kind of, like, hardcore prison-like, you know, like, hey. But they could see I was scared. I know they were looking at me like I was crazy. Oh, wow, that was quick. Yeah. So, the whole time I'm sitting there getting deloused with these two girls, that's when like they were like, get your uniforms on, and they give us these yellows. Okay, that's what they call them, is yellows, and they're like basically scrubs that are yellow. I figured somebody would like them. So they're basically just scrubs that are yellow. They're like baggy pants and baggy shirts. So listen to this, you guys. This is how fat I got in prison. I started out at a medium. Okay, that's what size I started out at when I went into prison. And when I came out, I was a 2X. Like the size I am now is how big I was when I got out of prison. And then I lost all the weight. And then I got fat again when I got pregnant. And you guys, even after I lost all the weight, you guys, like, I know, Faith, it was so bad, girl. They feed you like fucking nothing but carbohydrates, sausage biscuits, like really southerny food, but really fattening food. Not good for your health. Like, we were probably all about to kill over of a heart attack. And so when I got there, when I got there, it was fall. I got there in November. So I went through, like, the dead of the winter. And when you were in there, you guys, like, we had to march everywhere we went, okay? Like, we had to march to chow. We had to march to our jobs. And I guess that's the difference between, like, prison, ADC, and this kind of place is there was, like, a chow hall. And we had to, like, walk outside of our unit to get there, right? So we would get to the chow hall, but it was, like, literally, like, half a mile. Oh, listen, honey, I had to squat and cough all the time if I wanted to go see my parents for visitation. I'll tell you guys about that, too. So we're marching, and it's fucking, like, ice cold rain coming down. I guess it's... Maybe... And there was a lot of girls in there, you guys, that were, like, sick and that would be pregnant and come in and, like, have their babies while they were there. Oh, it was so sad, you guys. Like, I'm telling you what. It was really sad. And let me get it straight. Like, the prison I was in was, like, a prison for nonviolent offenders. Like, I remember one time when we were in there, a girl for some reason, they gave her a sentence at our prison. And she had drowned her kids. Like, for real. She was high on Xanax and drove her car into the lake. She escaped and her kids died. 3 babies. And they brought her into the prison, you guys. And there was a huge fucking riot. Because first of all, I don't know how word got down to the prison that she was coming. But word got down to all of us prisoners that she was coming before she got there, okay? And, you know, I think that kind of shit happens because of the guards. The guards are fucking just like regular people like you and me who are like babysitting us, basically. And guards would fuck the girls, you guys, like hook up with the girls. There was men guards that would like only guard the shower so they could sit there and stare at you while you're naked. True story. Fucking sick, for real. But that's how it was. Like, when you're in prison, you don't have any fucking privacy. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or whatever. There was dyke guards that would sit there and watch you. I mean, it was just like, they don't care. You know, they just want, they don't care. They look at you as a fucking prisoner and they don't give a fuck. They're gonna fuck you over. There was a couple really awesome guards in there that were like good people who like didn't want to hurt or harm you, you know, and they were just there trying to get their money, you know, trying to get their paycheck. And you would identify with those guards and you would try to get those guards to be like on your side, you know? You know what? A couple times, okay, so when you get into a prison with a lot of women like this one, okay, like this kind of like non-violent offender style prison, because most of the girls in there, like, were just addicts, like that we got drug charges, right? So yeah, a lot of people pass away in county because of the withdrawal and stuff, and by the time you get to ADC, like, I was already through my withdrawal. You know what I mean? Like, I had been in county for 60 days before I got to ADC. Okay, so, I'm so sorry that I'm spitting in this cup, but I just do not swallow that shit. If you're on a medication-assisted therapy and you swallow it and you're constipated, that's why. So, like, the girls, okay, so it was like this. I had to learn all this when I got there because I didn't know, you guys. When you get there, there's a way to signal to the girls if you're a lesbian or not, okay? So, if you're a gay girl and you want other girls, you put a hair tie on your left wrist, okay? And so that's how, like, the lesbian chicks would know, hey, that girl's single, she wants to hook up, right? Well, just like there was signals for the gay girls like that, there was signals for, like, if you were, like, just cool and not trying to start no shit, you know. I never got in any physical altercations with anybody. The only physical altercation I ever got in was in county. And that was because some bitch, like, literally shoved me in my cell, and she slammed the door and tried to fight me in my cell. So I was, like, bouncing her head off the damn toilet bowl. You know, like, are you kidding me? Girl, all you had to do was tell me that you wanted me to be quiet, but instead she tried to fight me, so I just bounced her head off that metal toilet bowl. I learned how to, like, kind of protect myself, you know, but I'm not a fighter, you guys. Like, please believe. Like, I could totally get my ass kicked. Like, I do not want to resort to fighting anyone. That's not my style. I run my mouth a little bit, you know, I might talk some shit, but I'm not trying to hurt nobody, you know what I mean? But if you come at me, I will fuck you up if I can. Now, if I can't, shit, I'll be rolling on the ground screaming, help, help! But if I can, I will fuck you up. Okay, I can just see myself, like, rolling on the ground. I never had to do that there, though. Like, I was cool with everybody, you guys. And that was the thing, like, there was girls that would fight each other and stuff because they just had nothing better to do. But they had, like, behavioral problems. Like, real talk, I didn't have any behavioral problems. I knew how to act right, you know. I was just fucking a drug addict, you know. I just got probation revocation, and that's why I was in there, because I couldn't stay sober while I was on probation. And that's why I never, ever got back on probation. Like, after I got out of there, I walked out my parole, and I never went back, because I knew if I got in trouble again, you guys, that I would fucking have to go back there again. And I don't want to lose my freedom, you know. It sucks. It sucks losing your freedom. Now, squatting and coughing, like Ronnie was talking about earlier. Man, that shit is so fucking... Uh-oh, who's calling me? Hold on, guys. I don't know if that's my son or what. Hold on. Hello? Hello?